China's Ministry of Health reports just 28% of women in the country breastfeed their children. That's despite scandals that have plagued the local infant formula market. Joining me now is Dale Rutstein from Unicef, joining us from Beijing. Okay, Dale, we're all familiar with the scandal that plagued the local milk powder market, resulting in the death of 6 infants, tragically, and sickening over 300,000 people. I guess what people are wondering is, why wouldn't people inside China breastfeed more today?
Well, China is considered one of the fastest growing infant formula markets in the world. There's a huge amount of money to be made from the vast public in China that are coming out of poverty and very low incomes into the world of disposable income. And this huge market is very tantalizing for the companies that are very aggressive in their marketing techniques. All over Asia, infant formula companies use all kinds of what we consider unethical advertising practices, comparing their products to the mother's milk. And there can never be a comparison, a legitimate comparison.
Okay, and I mean, the fact that, living in Hong Kong, we know a lot of consumers in China lost confidence in milk powder being sold in China. A lot come to Hong Kong to buy foreign brands. Knowing that, is there a stigma that's preventing women from feeding their children and opting for formula?
Well, actually, we've started to see a trend. It's still small, but there's definitely a trend of women turning away from the basic assumption that you're going to use formula and going back to the natural, organic way. There's even a name for it now, the carry milk mothers. More and more women are expressing their milk at work and trying to provide for their babies. However, this is still a small trend. In general, I would say most women in China think that infant formula is the modern scientific way. They may look at breastfeeding as kind of something from the past, something from the countryside, and it's kind of looked down upon.
Okay, and infant formula sales are up some 15% per year. I believe that those were last year's figures. What is the rate of which people are breastfeeding in China? Is it increasing at all, or is it actually declining?
Well, we don't have official data on this, but anecdotally, we feel that it is declining rapidly. The statistics haven't been updated in some time, so it's hard to get a trend. And also, the way this has been measured has changed over the last several years. So the trend is kind of complicated to get at. But if you go around the countryside and you look at how infant formula is being sold, how ubiquitous it is, if you look at how much really poor people are paying to buy infant formula, it's very clear that it's growing, and the rate of breastfeeding is probably declining as a result.
Okay, thanks very much, Dale, joining us from Beijing. For more on this story, you could go to WSJ.com. I'm Deborah Kahn.